Good evening, this is Isaac from Blue Bag of Borelli, 87.95. It's a bad loss. It's a very bad loss. We've lost a lot of percentage tonight. We've played the top side at home. We've got a lot of players out. Do we say that injuries are an excuse? Well, the facts are we've got 9 of our starting 22 out, including Chera and Sard, who we've missed badly. Walsh and Cripps have been huge thus far this year. But we've played a lot of hard games, back to back to back against some of the best teams in the comp. And eventually they're going to run out of puff. We don't even have the luxury of giving Cripper a spell. There was times tonight when he was near the ball and he was out on his feet. But I'm not going to be too critical of him, because he's a workhorse, he's a warrior, and he's been great. I'm very pissed off. Harry Mackay, and I called it. I watched the game with 2 of my Port Adelaide supporter friends. A shout out to both of them, David K. Petch and Andrew Fred. And I told them, if he misses this, he'll be off for the rest of the night. And I was correct. I don't know what we're going to do, because we've got a lot of players out, and next week, in my opinion, is an elimination final. We're going to play the Suns, who are rampaging at the moment, at Etihad. I don't know who we're going to get back, what troops we're going to get back. Maybe Sard, that's a rumour, I don't know. Fingers crossed the Wiedering plays. If Wiedering's out next week, it's a disaster, because our back six... Let's go through the names. Boyd, okay, no problems. I'm happy with Boyd. He's a good distributor of the football. He's a bit undersized. Chincotta is a lockdown defender, no problem. McGovern, not bad. But when you got Kemp and Marchbank, they're an accident waiting to happen. Pitternet had his colours lowered tonight, unfortunately, by Grundy. And De Koning did nothing. Durden did nothing. How many of these guys are going to take us to the promised land? I don't know. Because if we can't get this side and those injuries fixed, we've got Gold Coast at home. We've got Port Adelaide away. Then we've got a rampaging Essendon who just can't wait to hurt us. Then we have the bye. We've got to play Collingwood again in the back half of the year. Geelong again in the back half of the year. Port Adelaide again in the back half of the year. We have got a tough stretch. We're going to have to really dig deep next week. I don't know how much energy Cripps and Walsh have got. I agree with Andrew, who was watching the game tonight. Maybe we should give Harry Mackay 2 or 3 weeks in defence. Play centre-half back. Voss, don't put Curnow in the back 50. Just keep him in the front half. Keep King Charles in the front half. If anything, at least he can score. You know, he's our best option to kick goals. Orazio Fantasia, I'm not going to be too critical of him, because I know he's very rusty and he has missed a lot of football. He needs continuity. He wasn't our worst player tonight, but he made a lot of errors. But that might be a little bit of rust. But he wasn't our worst player. Even Zach Williams could maybe help us in the middle. I think we might need to put him in the middle to pinch hit. Jack Carroll, to me, isn't the answer. I know there's some supporters at Carlton that rate him the left footer. To me, he's not the answer. Durden... How many touches, Dave? 2 touches? 3 touches for the match? Mate, so already you're up against it. We've got injuries, and then you got guys that aren't contributing. You got passengers that aren't contributing. You know, we've got a lot of work in front of us. Blake Acres, you know, he tries. Kennedy tried. Newman tried. Trying's not going to do it. If you got Newman as one of your best players for the match, with all due respects, I don't mind him. He's not a bad player. He's pretty meticulous with his ball use. But if he's best on ground or in our best three, what does that say for the rest of our team? Elijah Hollands, number 20, I think he's got a lot of upside. I'm impressed with him. He's been a great pickup for us. So that's a positive. And another positive is that at the same time last year as we are now, we were only on 4.5 wins. So we've got 6 points extra from this time last year. I'm trying to be positive. I think top 4 is out of reach. And I'm really concerned that we may not even finish in the 8. We've got a scrap on our hands. Next week will be huge. Huge game. I'm hurting. The Swans are just too good. They're on top of the ladder for a reason. Their midfield is elite. Leg speed, sidestep, break tackles, and hit the scoreboard. Our midfielders don't hit the scoreboard. They're just on top of their game. They're 2 games clear. You can put them into the prelim at the SCG right now, I reckon. And they're doing it with who's their recognised key forwards? Who's their recognised key backs? They're winning it with their small crumbers and their midfield. They're killing us. They're killing the comp. With no key forward and no key back. They've got a good ruckman. Grundy was a smart pickup. They've got elite smalls up front and they've got an elite midfield. And for some reason, like I said to Andrew, Fred and Petchy when we were watching the game, Geelong are the same. For some reason, these players that get recruited to these 2 clubs, they're all good players. There's no bad players in their team. And we've got 8 or 9 that are Marchbank. You've been injured. I know you've been injured a lot. You're a train wreck. I predict before you even get to the contest, before the ball gets to you, it's an accident waiting to happen. I don't know what to think of tonight because we've got so many players out, but it's a massive loss and it's a killer for our percentage. Next week is huge. It's in a mini elimination final, in my opinion, and I'm concerned because I know what Gold Coast are capable of, and they destroyed Geelong. So, King Charles kicked 2 goals. He hasn't had one game where he's kicked more than 4 this year. He's only on 29 goals for the year. He's doing okay, but our smalls just don't do enough. Voss has a lot of work in front of him. I think I'm going to leave it at that because really, what else can you say? We were comprehensively beaten. You know, we're so hot and cold and we have a lot of hot and cold players. And the race to 17, the first to 17, that race is well and truly on. The last time Carlton, Essendon and Collingwood all featured in a final series was in 2011. At the start of the year, or 2 weeks ago, I would have thought, well, it's going to happen. Now I'm not so sure. We're out of the 8. If Fremantle win tomorrow, if Collingwood win tomorrow, we're out of the 8. Adelaide Crows, can you do me a favour and beat Collingwood tomorrow? Can you do it? I'm barracking for you. To all those Adelaide Crows supporters and all my friends that follow the Crows, I'm barracking for you tomorrow. Beat Collingwood to keep them out of the 8 and then we'll still be in the 8. And that's the problem. If you're relying on other results, you're in trouble. Well, this is Isaac from Blue Bag of Borelli, 8795. Like, share, subscribe to my channel, support me, help me out. I love to talk footy way too much. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Win, lose or draw, I will always love my club. See ya.